Hey guys, did you know that the brain can create pain or symptoms in the body even when there is no tissue injury, just based on emotions and fear? So, I have an example of this that happened to my friend yesterday. He does not like needles. He had a traumatic experience when he was a kid. His mom and doctor held him down to get a shot. And ever since then, he has not liked shots or needles. And yesterday, he found out that he was going to have a shot in his arm. And as soon as he found that out, his arm started hurting. So he hadn't even had anything touch it yet. He just found out that he was going to have the shot, and his brain created pain in that arm. And then when they just touched it to clean it, he said it was so sensitive. And, when they got the needle even close to him and hadn't even touched him, his sensitivity went up again. So eventually they gave him the shot, and it was pretty scary for him, but he survived. And again, I want you to just think of this as an example of how your brain will create these symptoms just based on your emotions, your memories, and your fears. And for most people who have chronic pain, their symptoms are now generated by the brain even after that injury has healed. So, usually, an injury takes 3 months to 6 months at the very most to heal. Even a broken bone heals in about 12 weeks. So, if your symptoms have lasted longer than that, it can be this memory of the brain. It hurt when I bent over, when my back was injured. And then years later, it still hurts to bend over because of this same type of process. The good news about this is that, like I said, most people who have chronic symptoms have had this neuroplastic learning, and the brain can actually unlearn that. So, there are ways of teaching the brain that things are now safe so that now that your injury has healed, you will not get the pain when you do those movements. But when I was a physical therapist, really what I was taught is that pain meant that there was some kind of injury occurring. I used to think that if someone had misalignment or asymmetry or poor posture or weakness, that this would cause people chronic pain. But what we know is they've studied a lot of healthy people now, people who have no chronic pain at all. They go in and do an MRI and they can see that they have a herniated disc or scoliosis or torn rotator cuff or torn meniscus, arthritis. All of these things have been found in pain-free people. So if it is within that 3 to 6 month period, it's possible that that injury is causing your pain. But if it's lasted longer than that, chances are you do not need to be suffering with chronic symptoms. What we know now is that pain does not equal tissue damage. Pain is just a danger signal from the brain. That danger could be that there's damage, or more commonly with chronic symptoms, the pain is a danger signal that comes from those memories or heightened nervous system states and stress, and especially fear. If you've had pain for longer than 3 to 6 months and it's resistant to all of the medical treatments that you've tried, then you probably have some of this neuroplastic pain, this learned pain associated with fearful things. And I can help you unlearn it. Click the link in my bio and you can schedule a consult call with me. We can go over how to know if your symptoms are neuroplastic and how to unlearn your pain.